snap, it's crackle, what a happy sound. You gotta have a crackle or the clock's not bound. You can't stop a hoppin', and cereal slappin', but snap, crackle, pop makes the world go round.
What's up, guys? I'm back with another one of these things. Like I said, these things seem to come in. What is going on with my focus here? Come in batches. So this is the second one I've got, and I am going to be replacing the HDMI port again. Broken exactly the same way as the other one. This break that I see on the corner is typically from dropping the console, and the connector gets like banged up, and that's what actually chips out that corner of the port. So this thing was definitely dropped and broke the port. So let's get into it. Like always, we will start with the disassembly, fast forward through most of that, and we'll get down to the HDMI port and do that a little cleaner than last time. I ran into some technical difficulties with that last video, so let's get this going. Okay guys, so I've got, we're down to the X-clamp, and same as usual, I attack these X-clamps the same way. We're just going to put the screwdriver in, and we're going to pull this way on each one of these, and as we go around, it's going to actually release the opposite side, and that's how I get the X-clamp off. So you'll see that side popped right away. Let's see if we get that lucky with this one. Yes, we did. So that was a super easy one. Sometimes they don't always go that easy, but in this case, that just popped instantly and off it comes. Super simple. Just like that. Off it comes, heat sinks off, and we are down to the main board. And let's get this thing under the microscope, and we'll have a quick look and see what kind of craziness we're getting into here. So, if we go to our HDMI port, everything looks okay. Remember to take this little, whoops, I'm off the screen here. This little fuzzy, make sure you get rid of that one, or move it somewhere that's not going to be in the way. And also make sure you get, on this side, you want to peel this one, whoops. Not showing you guys, sorry. That one, that's the HDMI port. The one by the USB, which is right over here, and the long one under the expansion slot. Just to get it off, or out of the path of the heat, otherwise it's going to smell really bad, is what's going to happen. Okay, so we've got this, so let's just get a super duper close-up of what's going on in here, since my overhead sucks at focusing. And yes, we can see quite clearly that the one side of the HDMI port has been completely crunched, and is totally failed. It actually has crossed pins. That's a little bit scary because that is, well, the one pin is ground. Yeah, and the other pin I think is a power pin if I remember correctly. I'll have to double check. Anyways, yeah, so let's based on what happened on my last previous, I usually can pull these ports off without having to apply anything special, but the last time I did this, I accidentally pulled pad 1, which makes me feel like a complete newbie, and I was really upset with myself, but, you know, of course, I'm able to fix things when I accidentally have an oopsies, so it's no big deal. But this time, I think we're going to go a little bit safer, and we're going to use a little bit of low temp or low melt solder on the pins at least. I might put some on the anchor points too. We'll see. But yeah, we're not going to risk that this time again. I'm not into it. And actually, let me see if I can just throw something under the board so I can give you guys a little bit better view here. What's going on? There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of low melt down here. And don't really have to get too crazy with this low melt because of course it's going to spread as soon as I start applying hot air from underneath. But we just want to distribute the low melt on every pin as much as possible, just to help us get that off of there without having any catastrophe happen. It just takes longer. You know, like fixing stuff's no big deal for me. Obviously, I do it. But you know, when I'm trying to get HDMI ports done within a certain time frame, and not within a certain time frame, but what I like to consider an efficient time to get the port replaced, it adds a lot of time when you make a mistake. And you know, trace repair is definitely something that takes experience and it takes time. Yeah, I'll do. I'm just actually going to knock it down a little bit. I'm going to go with 460 degrees, and we'll start with. Well, it would be handy if you guys could see, right? There we go. Okay. Well, we're just going to start by putting some heat into the board. Start kind of far away when you start on this. I'm seeing a lot of people having a lot of problems when they're trying to deal with these ports online. The PS5 is the same. What a lot of people don't realize is that this tool that I'm using right here is a professional grade air station. It's 1,000-watt hot air, and it can put out some serious heat, which is what you need to be able to take these ports off. Little $100, $150, or even $200 hot air station is not going to cut it. Okay, getting loose. And off she comes. Okay. Yes, everything looks great. The iron right now is running at 420 degrees. It's pretty hot, but when you're doing work on these boards, you need heat, and overkill is better than underkill when it comes to this stuff. So, you know, make sure you put flux on, because flux helps the flow of solder. You'll see what I mean here. You see how it all balled up like that before? Watch. There we go. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to soak into that leaded solder, or sorry, the unleaded solder, and mix with it so that we can take it off the board. I also mix down below here on these points. Right like this. Just like so. Okay. I'll get rid of that. Grab a little bit of wick. And again, you want to try and move quick so that you got the benefit of having the board warm. Just makes your life way simpler. Take all that crap off of there, and we'll take all this crap off of here. Just like so. Okay. Now, the anchor points, you say. Hey, you missed the anchor points. No, I did not. The way that I usually do these is I actually just fill these up with unleaded, or sorry, God, I can't get this right today. Leaded solder, which mixes with the unleaded that's already on the board. I've never really found a reason to get. I know some people like replace this completely. I used to, and I just found that it just adds another step, and it's really unnecessary. Okay, we're getting a little bit of burn action happening here. It's because I got the iron so hot. It's okay though. Just want to fill that up with some leaded solder. Alright, so as per usual, we are going to clean the board up before we get too carried away. So today I am using the Chipquik SMD291NL, and just I had this tube kicking around, so I figured I would try it. It's okay. I don't find it keeps the solder, like, it tends to evaporate. Where is my tip cleaner here? This thing is dirty. It doesn't stay on the board as well as KIMBO. Actually, there's a lot of solders out there, or fluxes, that don't even come close to KIMBO. So, like, you can see what happened there, right? Like, if that was KIMBO flux, that wouldn't have happened. It, like, literally evaporates from the heat. Now, I know I've got my iron hot, and that's part of the reason, or part of the problem, but, yeah, it's kind of annoying. So, there we go. We're prepped up there. I need to get us a port. The thing I find with the Chipquik is it just can't take the heat. It's not a very good high temp flux. And when we're working with these boards, we're working at temp. My low temp when I've got leaded solder on the board is 385 degrees, which is what I just set the iron to. So it should do a little bit better here. We'll see. Wow. Okay, that's probably the worst I've seen on a port spread. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of 291. Put a little bit of KIMBO down here. I'm sure it works good for other stuff, but not so much of this stuff. There you go. You can see exactly what happened there, right? Totally different night and day. I will be putting KIMBO down here. I don't want to have anything go wrong, and I know KIMBO will do this perfectly. And shite, I forgot to add some extra solder to those pellets. Let's go right here. We'll use Chipquik here. This, I'm gonna go KIMBO because I don't want to do this again. Dry blood first. That. Just remember, take your time, make sure it's good. Make sure it's good. Okay, let's do a little quick clean there. Those legs look beautiful. Everything looks good. Let's check the other side. Okay, so we're just going to plug in our HDMI breakout board and our trusty meter here. Try and put it somewhere that isn't getting smacked by the light. Those are all making a perfect connection to the board, which we've already verified visually, but now we can also verify electronically that they are indeed connected. So we can put this thing together with a relative confidence that it'll be okay. We're not going to have to tear it back down. Yeah, next step is to clean up this dried up thermal pasta that's all over the freaking place. You know it, the kingpin. I usually just put one blob of thermal paste. This is high-end paste, and it's a small die. It'll spread. There we go, just like that. All right, so I think we're kind of ready to do our initial test here. I've actually never played this game. I've heard lots of good things about it. You guys like playing this kind of a game or what? Not really a first-person shooter kind of guy, but some of the graphics on these games are just like pretty crazy. As you can tell, my stick control sucks. I am a keyboard and mouse kind of guy. I absolutely have no coordination with controllers. So, anyways, let's drop this back down here. That's it for this one, guys. I will see you in the next one soon. Peace.